Jack finances a new car with a 4-year loan at 17% annual nominal interest, compounding monthly. The car costs 80,000 Rand. He puts down 8,000 Rand. What are Jack's monthly payments? Always draw a timeline when working on time value of money problems. It helps to visualize the different payment periods and the value of N and what you are trying to calculate, whether it's the present value, the future value, or the payments during the time. When dealing with story problems, always make sure you read the question carefully and look out for any tricks that may be hiding in the question. Here it says that the car costs 80,000 Rand, but that he put down 8,000 Rand. So that means that the present value of the loan is only going to be 72,000 Rand. We are trying to work out the individual payments he is going to have to make. So there will be 12 payments each year. So when calculating the number of periods, make sure you times the number of years by the number of periods in each year. This is a very important point, as many people make the mistake of using the number of years instead of the number of periods. As with any story problem, write down all the variables you are trying to find from the question before you start, and then allocate them from the story. N is equal to the number of periods. Remember, we want the number of periods, not the number of years. So we times the 4 years by the 12 months in the year to get 48. The interest rate is 17%. We use it as is in this example, but we will discuss the two methods later on in this course. The present value is 72,000 Rand, which is the 80,000 minus the 8,000 we talked about previously. The future value is 0 because the bond needs to get paid off, and we are trying to solve for the payment. We can use 17% as is because we are going to let the calculator split up the periods for us by setting the P over Y equal to 12. We do that by using the second function P over Y. This is an end payment problem because it is a loan. So we must make sure our calculator is in end payment mode. We do this by pushing second function beginning end mode, second function set to change it, and exiting out. Now we can see there's no BGN in the top of the screen. Always make sure you clear your work as well as clearing the time value of money functions. You do this by putting second function clear. Add in your variables, number and then variable. 48 N, 17 I over Y, 72,000 present value, 0 future value, and say second function P over Y to check that it's at 12, and then compute payment, and you will get your answer. Note that your answer has a negative in front of it. This is because your calculator needs to provide a negative on one of the answers, either on the inputs or the outputs, in order to calculate it. Ignore this sign when filling out your final answer.